Apple's Worldwide Developers Conference is always jam-packed with announcements. Here are the top 5 things you need to know from this year's event. The biggest news of the day was a major shift in the way Macs will work. Apple announced that it has developed its own ARM-based processors to power future Macs, and that its custom silicon is ready to go. Its native Mac apps already run on the new Mac chips, and companies like Microsoft and Adobe have been building versions of their apps, including the Office suite and Photoshop, that Apple expects to run seamlessly on the new architecture. The new Mac family of chips share DNA with the chips Apple developed for the iPhone and iPad, which means it should be easier for developers to make apps that work across all of Apple's devices. Apple has been through a major transition like this before, when it moved from PowerPC to Intel chips, and it plans to ease the way this time around, much as it did last time, with a tool called Rosetta that lets developers translate their apps to work on the new machines. That means even iOS apps can run on Macs powered by Apple's new chips. Apple plans to release the first Mac with its custom silicon by the end of this year. But you won't have to wait to buy a new Mac to get a ton of new Mac features. macOS Big Sur is coming this fall, and it looks a whole lot like iOS. The redesign brings iPhone features like Control Center and stacked notifications to your Mac, and you're even going to get the customizable, adjustable widgets that are a major new feature in iOS 14. Messages will look almost exactly like they do on your iPhone, including Memoji, pinned conversations, and more manageable group chats, thank God. Apple Maps is also getting an overhaul, complete with eco-friendly route planning options like cycling and electric vehicle charging stations. But what you're probably most curious about is, how is the iPhone going to change this fall? From what we can tell, iOS 14 is going to solve a lot of little problems. Widgets, which are a long-beloved Android feature. You'll be able to drag and drop widgets to your home screen, adjust their size, and even stack them for easier swiping. Apple created a new app library for iOS, which lets you edit your home screen pages to remove the endless scroll of apps, and then organizes your apps based on type and frequency of use. And Picture-in-Picture is finally coming to the iPhone, so you can watch videos and multitask just like on the iPad. The last huge feature, which we're still trying to figure out, is called App Clips. They're basically bite-sized app shortcuts that pop up when you need them to, so you don't have to install the full app. Every year, the Apple Watch improves slowly but surely, and watchOS 7 sports one long-awaited feature, sleep tracking. Apple is also improving the watch's fitness tracking with a new dance workout that can actually detect how you're moving while you dance for more accurate calorie counting. And because we're still living through a global pandemic, the watch will soon be able to track your hand washing by listening for soap sounds and then offering a 20-second countdown. What a time to be alive. The ever-popular AirPods are also getting a few new features this fall. Apple is bringing spatial audio awareness to AirPods Pro, which will simulate a surround sound audio system and even support Dolby Atmos. Apple is also adding audio switching to AirPods, so your devices will seamlessly switch if you're watching a video on your phone, for instance, and switch to watching something on your laptop. As you can tell, there are lots of changes in store, so stay tuned to Gizmodo for all the latest.